once again. Hello everybody. Marshall629 Flash Q. I'm back with another hit. The other day, I was streaming this. I was really tired, so I just couldn't do it. I just straight up couldn't do it. I needed a nap, and I decided not to play yesterday. But we're back. We're gonna try. I'm gonna be taking it a little slower this time. I'm gonna be... What the hell was that? Alright, I'm gonna be taking it a little slower this time. I'm going to be reading dialogue while also just kind of chilling. So if I don't talk for extended periods of time, that will just be me playing the game. Other than that, I'll be reading stuff. But yeah, let's go. Picking up right where we left off. I'm probably going to join a party with some buddies of mine, so I will see if that helps me, you know, keep proper focus, even though it's a little counterproductive, but it should be fine. Tuliyola would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what if the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What if that bright haven of peace and laughter? Hukumat. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There's so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. It is. You have me. You're overthinking, Luklamat. Maybe I just wished we could have been friends. And when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I would be yours as well, Sphene. Well, it's not like the Sphene you knew was real, so it's not like much of that, like... Whatever. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come coming to the rescue. Running to the rescue. And you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. I feel like this isn't my moment. This is between them. Could we not be here without you? Jonesy's shield needs a hand. There you all are. Goja. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news, Daria. We finally found a chink in Calyx's armor. We discovered laboratories in Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. It's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. That's the dungeon. We don't think this is where Calyx is hiding as such. It may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Agree this expedition with the relevant authorities, and for all of our people willing to operate Zevlif. Let's not keep her waiting. There it is. That leads to Underkeep. Oh yeah, also, I'm on a time limit. The game goes down at 2 a.m. tonight for a patch, and Blade comes out in Marvel Rivals tomorrow, so I need to get this done. Ready to hand up? Let's stop the 10th level.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit...
You got the lights working!
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Those concoctions would probably do me more harm than good, but... I appreciate the sentiment. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
Shale wants to put hands on this dude, big style. You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail, and I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, for as where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room we're in is the Researcher's Commons, located on the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. So we should cut across the circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it will probably be a card of some kind. Can't you, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this time unlock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. In case I can't, you might look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. Begin searching Containment Complex 1029. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed. I gotta actually work with gang here. I really like this music. A few documents sit in an untidy stack atop the desk. You find those security cards hidden among them. A few indecipherable notes remain pinned to this notice board, but nothing that resembles a security card. Bard? Can't speak today. This small shelving unit holds some office supplies and little else of note. Wow, this really was was this really a preservation laboratory? I thought there'd be something more, I don't know, special about it. These shelves are almost entirely bare, but I'll examine the files to be certain. We scanned the bin's interior, hoping to find some card-shaped rubbish, but it appears to be empty. Nothing in there then? I'm not even sure why people keep their personal belongings in this day and age. Perhaps the researchers keep the personal belongings to workstations. Man cry, oh man cry. This appears to be the only desk with the drawers left already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk former owner has left some things behind. Discover a card-shaped object. The electrode surface is marked with a bold of a 1. Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. The scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold looks to be of a similar size to the scanner panel. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner. It's open! You did it, Daria. And a good thing too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I'm curious though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a director That's my name. It was run by a Director Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me. That's fucking funny. That was me? I did that? Let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. I did that. That's crazy. Dude, this song is fucking nice. It reminds me of that super early dungeon in A Realm Reborn. Not early. It was post ARR. Snow something. Snowcloak. Yeah, the music in here reminds me of the music in Snowcloak. Wait, there's more stuff here. That's one of the... That's the same container that Calyx used for the people he was siphoning. Locked. Looks like every room can be accessed from this hub. This must be the door of the director's office. Go on, try the card. Not a single soul here besides us. Going by the room labels at the top, on that map, we haven't entered any of the actual labs yet. There's a locked door. We tried the same card again, but Shale, why didn't you take it from me? You hold the level of security card up, and the scanner beeps in disapproval. No good. Maybe we need a different card. Yes, the scanner's demanding level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay chased me, we just had to comb through the nearby rooms to hope we stumble upon the card we need. Let's start searching the portal lab. That door is already open at least. I'm turning on my air conditioning. We'll find a way through this together, Shale. I'm sure of it. I'll pull my fan over too. It's really fucking hot in here. This machine feeds into a cell soul. I'm reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. I keep forgetting the Garlean Empire kidnapped Cryo like 4 years ago. Man, the things that I would have done with that writing-wise. These notes seem to be about the research he did in here. Let's take a look. Well, things I could still do with it. Experiment 148. Submitting interference candidate Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158, maximum value of 11509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it will make sense later on. Wait. Give me those numbers again. 201930, 11509, 9834. I read those too fast. I'm gonna have to go back to her later. Please excuse my impatience. That means to track down counts are close. I'm itching to get my hands on them. She's in a... Well, I mean, she did just kill her friend, so... I dug through this data tablet from the journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target values set by Master Calyx. Though I will become endless as per our century protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number. The way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? Nah, but we can probably spend days investigating this complex. Showing the way to the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Galulja mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look? The locker door is shut tight, but the number pad suggests that inputting the correct combination will open it. You have gleaned some numerical data during your investigation. Attempt to... Wait. Select the number keys in the pad. I should have to find it. Wait. Galulja said 158. Lukamat, remember the last number was 9834? 201930 11509. 201930. Nothing. Is it 158? $11,509,9834. Okay, $11,509,9834. $11,509,9834. $11,509,9834. That hurt my ears. What the fuck is that? The locker pops open. Inside you discover a level 2 security card. On a hanger? Daria, you got the locker open. And you found the security card. Oh, but does that say level 2? We need a level 3, didn't we? Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Daria. These preservation members live such surprisingly normal lives. No, they didn't. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I imagine them to be more. What's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you recall. It would seem the researchers who agree with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities, but I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets, but when I read doesn't explain much of something big happening in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more on the other tablet there. Right, let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Deutero lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor. So let's back to the hub and the locked door across the way, which will hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. Did we take the hanger with it? I do want to read those notes Galulja was talking about, but I don't know where he left the tablet. Here. It appears to be a researcher's personal data tablet. Today began my employment at Preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work could be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calix's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect. He seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calix's blinding brilliance. This morning, I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of a living memory. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen's Fiend insists on continuing her intellectual flailing. That concerns me. Did the person who wrote this know Fiend was fake? Because I'm assuming it was hidden from... Well, no, Preservation made her. Yeah, so this guy would know, because he was on the team. Our Malala colleagues, including the Pro Lab Chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? Those are Kryle's parents. From tomorrow, I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the Dorito Lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I have been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. We have reached the end of the journal entries. Is there another one? What did he say at the end? To conduct a major experiment. That major experiment may have been the boss that we fought at the end of here. The water fuel station. Maybe. I'm spitballing. I'm probably wrong. The scanning device. It waits silently for a security card with the appropriate level of clearance. Yes, it opened. So where should we go first? The Dorito Lab or facilities? Let's start with the lab. What does this sign say? Shane's the security guard open this door as easily as the last one. How strange, this door's not lit up like the others. What is it, Galuja? Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is in a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power source into the lab, shall we? I really like this segment. I don't know why. Slower segments earlier in the game like this, like back in like a Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward, never did too much for me. Okay, well the Realm Reborn slower segments did stuff for me, but like the Heaven's Ward Stormblood ones were never like big. Especially Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers was all gas, no brakes for like 85 quests. I'm glad we can actually slow the fuck down a little. Same thing with Endwalker. Endwalker actually had some pretty slower moments that I liked a lot. Oh good, the terminal is lit up. That means you have power in this room. There's some big flashy floor tiles. I wonder what they're for. Are you guys ready to hit some fucking bust some moves? So this room is for major, the power supply and utilities. We'll have to keep security cards in here as well.
we were talking about our parents'
Hello.
music taste. Hey, Marshall. And then I don't remember what. Oh, she said another person that has good music taste is you.
Okay.
Oh, she said that it's because you guys have the same music taste.
Crazy.
Oh. Okay.
I'm playing through 14's MSQ right now. My brother just called me. So I lied again and told him that I was playing Tekken, and his response was, "You don't know nothing about Tekken."
I'm playing Persona Q2.
Peak.
I remember the first time you got taken. You told us that your friend in the group chat was like, Demetrius, what you know about Tekken?
What you know about Street Fighter? My entire family has me mogged when it comes to fighting games, man. Also, they put me in Final Fantasy.
Who put you in Final Fantasy?
The game. A character is named after me. There's a guy in here named Director Demetrius. I didn't know that. They put me in here, man. It's me.
I'm sorry for your loss.
No! It's a W, bro.
Oh, I can't.
Okay, bro. Alright, I'm live, bro. I'm live. Oh, Amy, I'm live. You're gonna get me copyright struck.
I'm there. I'm playing Persona.
Okay. There's a Roblox game that I'd like to show you guys when I'm done here. When I'm done here. So I'll come back and show you all that when I'm done. Alright. This is the second time I've lied to my brother about me playing Final Fantasy 14. I don't know why I keep lying about me playing 14. He's played the Final Fantasy games too. It's a bad habit that I need to break. He probably knows I'm lying. Anyways. I think it's just the atmosphere of my room and the time of day it is right now that's feeding into the experience. Engaging power supply. No good. It's turning an error. It must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. Shale? That's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. The energy cable attached at the base of this terminal leads down the hall directly to the Dorito lab, which means you need a way to connect the generator to that cable. Puzzle! What about these plans on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panel sent to each of the tiles to create an unbroken path for the power to follow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. I'm going to screenshot this. I'll probably be able to use that for something as a reaction image. Indeed, if you can look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. I also asked someone to operate the generator. I can do it. I've used it to the machine before. Would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Daria? The rest of us can help us supply Daria with whatever information may be found in the circuitry configuration. But I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to use that sometime. Let me talk to them before I... Alright, take a look at this diagram. What the hell? There's a note in the bottom left about backup power. Configure the 4 circuit control panels to provide an uninterrupted path. These symbols will represent the room we're in. If that square in the top left is Shale's terminal, then the bottom right should be the generator that Kaluja is working on. Let's try to make out the rest. Assuming these are 4 tile patterns, the bottom right is a square and the top right is half a circle. Get you started at least. Square, circle. Wait. Okay, yeah. The button's all the same. These appear to be dialogues from a former age. My scholarly interest is piqued by a few of the labels, but they're irrelevant to the task at hand. I've also had no luck locating some security cards, which have to rely upon a backup power strategy, I'm afraid. I was able to glimpse part of a warning sign behind the containers. From what I can make out, it said caution. Circuit will not function with duplicate patterns. I suppose that means only one of each circuitry pattern can be set at the same time. The generator doesn't seem to need any fancy settings. As long as it's running and the circuit is fixed, you should have a power supply ready to go. You must arrange the 4 tile patterns in the correct positions. Access the control panels to configure the circuitry. Oh, I get it. It's what game? Another game I play. Forsaken. No, not Forsaken. What the fuck? It's something. A game I play has puzzles like these. Warframe, right? Something like that. Square, diamond, circle, triangle. Peak? It should be connected. I can only use one of each. Circle, square, triangle, so this has to be diamond. No wait, that's diamond. Wait, so then where's the triangle at? Okay. Just a little disabled. You have connected all the circuits. Inform your comrades of the successful reconfiguration. Yes, sir. It worked. You did it, Daria. The real lab should not be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? Wait. Yep. I was checking the... You hear that? I predicted the music track that was going to play. I was checking the storage cells where the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the early days is the title. Your parents are in there, ma'am. Of course, we'll take a moment to bring up the contents. It looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation. The Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calix's designs for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calix funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this accounts from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the Storm Surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix had not been more than 10 years of age, and has required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still, he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. If now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to this somber youth and proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my son's succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports of endless research and other less urgent matters. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he's ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs, that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. The main thing that gives him credence is this illness he has, which I still don't think we know anything about, unless because I'm forgetting. Because I think the patch he was introduced, they elaborated on the illness, but I don't remember. Is it the same Storm Surge thing that was eating up Milos, or is it something different? Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the real lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once over just to be sure. I'll turn my air conditioner off and tilt my fan in a different direction. Had his own body not been fated to fail him so young, Calix had pursued his endless project with such fervor. Everything we read in this place sings Calix's praises. The people who were working with him truly idolized him. Alexandria survived the wars, in no small part thanks to the defensive measures developed by preservation. In that regard, I shall always be grateful. Yes, the door has power now. The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. The security card, if you please. Oh, the quick prayer that a shorter wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. A calculated evolution. Right, we'll get this door open. Smooth as silk. Lieutenant sightseeing awaits. Gods above, isn't that? The key that lets us travel dimensions. The key to interdimensional fusion. That looks to be a schematic on the monitor. And they've used it to make another key, but isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Daria has? Ah, we may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally a Malala relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, preservation began working to harness the power across dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. So what might that tell us? That would be the logical conclusion, yes? This is my parent explained it. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with Electro, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who can give the key its power, not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calix can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On the next visit, I will have to enlist Stoll's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, and pinning down Calix's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there's a security card here that grants access to the director's office. The research conducted in this laboratory has been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than level 3 is no good to us. Where are they making so many vessels? Do the engines not work properly? I'll search in these drawers. One of us is about to find something, I'm sure. Maybe someone left a card on a shelf somewhere. This story-looking shelving note with storage created in sealed barrels, no sign of any security cards. Find security guard in the cabinet drawer. Hell yeah. Oh, did you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's touch yellow thing to be sure. Oh wow, isn't that what we need? Nice work, Daria. Oh, level 3. That should get us to the director's office. So, what is it you were hoping to find in there again, Shale? You were saying that a certain device is going to help us. Right, I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calix is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities. To monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we can follow back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the data of the device and see where to run all the surveillance traffic, then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. That said, he has done nothing to impair our progress, which makes me think I might be entirely on the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Daria's strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than her? Me? Well, I'm not going to answer that question. I've fought in things significantly stronger than me, and the only reason I made it is that I had friends with me. Oh, speaking of cameras, there's another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also clearly deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see it. I'll start the show, then. Who is that? Preservation got drip. Watch out.
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calyx's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Thancred! He sounds like Thancred. I don't like that. I know it's just a voice actor, but I don't like that. He sounds like Thancred. Oh, he blicked her shit. Calyx having people moving like that? He's like 13! She only wanted to leave and he executed her. Jesus! I checked the images against the person. God damn it! I checked the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I can find on him points to a deep infatuation with Master Calyx. This is fucked up, man. The cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I could only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I'm not surprised, given how my parents described the defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. I dare not ask what became of them after that, but if it turns out they were captured by their pursuers... They weren't real. The ones that we found in living memory were not real. When they handed them off to Kenimram, go to Jaja. If Cryo's parents are like her real parents aren't dead, then can you imagine? I want to believe they did. Even if they didn't, I hope they at least enjoyed the time they had as echoes. Oh, Cryo. Or not seen. Thanks to the haven of living memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and what they stand for. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, I don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and preservation. What we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movements, and made sure no one could cross to the source or threaten their child's safety. Right, let's press on, shall we? His tail behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office. I executed a woman? Come on, me? I don't have that much hair. This expansion's fucked up, man. Thanks for finding information my parents did not share either, and that's something I can be proud of. Scanning device. It would sound like for security card with the appropriate level of clearance. What's this other key item I have in my inventory? Forward the level 3 security card onto the scanner. There we go. Let's head inside. Now to find that data you like. And don't be shy if you want to speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Daria, come with me. I might have need of that security card. Oh, it's a treasure map. Probably out there, probably got that mid-end walker. Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any outside network, so we can't put the data I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Sorry, Daria, can I ask you either to search the office for any clues? This infuriating puzzle. That's a beverage station. They drink coffee in here. Having lain dormant for years, and now active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have another purpose beyond brewing coffee, though it remains to be seen whether we'll be able to do so once more. You find a crumpled note wedged between the file binders. Secure room lift access. Requires passwords to be input simultaneously as terminals in the proto lab and the real lab in the director's office. Perhaps the discovery will be an entrance to Shale. The collection of soul cells may have once belonged to the director, they could be empty. Cryo is just standing in a corner. Something is strange about this wall. I could have sworn it flickered for a moment there. It seems solid enough now. Amongst other personal effects, you find what is presumably the director's data tablet. A closed locker stands next to the table. Not open that thing, what? You pick up the data tablet and begin skimming through the contents. Shutdown protocols. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition, whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise. We must be ready to support future operations at every capacity Master Calix requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for security room access will be restored temporarily to defend against unauthorized entry. Nothing of note. The mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. The key triggered an explosion today. Down. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue attempts to stabilize the core's energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory facilities of 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for ether reclamation processing. Nothing of note. Rejected reservations of 2 Mavala researchers. Major incident details in full report. Wait, watch out. Those 2 Inet Malala broke with preservation and absconded with the key. The fugitives have since been caught and eliminated. We are too late to recover the relic. So remember what I said about your parents probably being alive, Cryo? The only reason we retained our flesh is to serve Master Calix's physical instrument to conduct his experiments. That's fucking weird. Deprived of the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I do not imagine the depth of his disappointment in me. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to ether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived, and endless conversions will be subject to Master Calix's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. So this confirms that Krell's parents got caught and slid crazy style. Wait, hold on. Cryo? Something about the wall. Okay. Slimed out in a whole nother universe. The door of the locker swings open easily. What the fuck? What? It contains nothing of note. Wait. 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 You can't walk past that. This is what's so crazy about this is Calyx is like 11 years old. Why are you pining over an 11-year-old this crazy? That's fucking weird. Dude, I don't know who the fuck wrote this expansion. We need to we need to have a better you know how at the beginning of mouthwashing Anya does an evaluation on Curly? Was it Curly or was it Jimmy? It was Jimmy she did the evaluation on. You remember how at the beginning of mouthwashing she did the evaluation on Jimmy? We're gonna need to do that on whoever the fuck decided that was a good idea, because that's unreal. Because we found something. Multiple disturbing things, actually. This place is a nightmare. Thank you. A misplaced note, was it? That locker is how I am with my day ones. With instructions for accessing a secure room, no less. It seems you need to enter a password on different terminals at the same time. There's no such room marked on the map, is there? No, a precautionary measure, no doubt, and if passwords aren't involved, I expect the access lift itself is concealed too. Concealed? By electro beam. Ah, could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past it. Remember when Kavkila used to say, Shale, never trust an electrobe surface? Speaking of Kavkila, where the hell is Aaron go? See, I don't think that's true. Truly, I never heard that had that property in my time. Darius has a little fun ice thing. I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't remember anything about Electrope, Shale. Don't come at me crazy. That wasn't my fault. I don't remember anything about how Electrope works. In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. I thought she was being serious. I thought we could just walk through it. Another door. I managed to identify the projection with a box of their story. And then note the password protocol. I say we go ahead and try it. I agree. Two people should prepare the lab terminals for input, while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the portal lab. And I'll take the Dorito lab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sphene. Your knowledge of Alexandria and its people could be needed here. Yes, you're right. If the passwords are hiding behind clues, maybe something I can help with. I can help too. I lived my whole life in Alexandria, after all. I will take the Dorito lab duty then, and keep in touch via communicator to match your timing. Daria, you should have the honor of entering the office password. Once you determine what you need to input, take your place in this terminal. I'll stand by a guy who can mind trial for the process. You know, there's a display window over there with the gems. I thought since it was made of electro, it had some other purpose, but I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out. Dude, my warrior of light just sold me. Look at these reports, and I might have to hit the password. Two jewels are embedded in this electro plate. You identify the blue gem as a sapphire and the red gem as a garnet. There also appears to be an empty slot for another jewel to fill. An emerald goes there, probably. You've yet to discover enough clues to deduce the password. Try exploring the immediate area and confirm with your comrades so you have more information. This belongs to Director Demetrius? Dude, why was the guy that shared my name obsessed with a child? Oh, fuck me, dude. It's over? Place sucks. Did Galuja find a Rubik's Cube? Let's see, remove this bed, we have this circle of that one. There, huh? There's something inside. It's a pretty cool song. I think it might be Alexandrite. They say these gems show treasure in the past that they named the kingdom after them. Here, you should hold on to this one, just in case. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Hey, your goddamn mind, Galuja. Whoa. The gemstone fits snugly into place. Almost immediately afterwards, the glowing lines of a diagram appear on the display, accompanied by a short phrase. It's a floor plan of the complex. As you continue studying the display, you realize that these shapes correspond to the rooms of the complex in which you now stand. This may be related to the passwords you were looking for. One word's pretty big handwritten. Yes, I knew that jewel would come in handy. Let me see. Heat the stones. This must be about the special meanings Alexandrians have for gems. It's an old belief, I think, for each type of gem means something different. I bet you ask Feech can tell you more about it. After all, even her name comes from a gemstone. Go to the lab. Go to the lab. Where we are. Yes, we have questions you need to ask. Though I was taught that Alexandra represents the concepts of protection. It is, incidentally, also the origin of Alexandria's name. Oh, I think it has something to do with the passwords. Sapphire and Garnet as well, you say. Yes, they all have meanings. Alexandria, as I said, is protection. Sapphire represents honesty, and Garnet symbolizes devotion. We should try these words in the terminals and see if they're accepted. I certainly hope we're right. Get this information and send the passwords. We're all set to go here. Nukamon and Cryo are just waiting on their passwords. And so is Nukamon the Pearl Lab. What would you choose? She answer. Whoa, wait. Alexandrite is protection, Sapphire is honesty, and Garnet is devotion. Protection, honesty, devotion. I gotta remember what rooms those are. Alexandria is protection, Sapphire is honesty, Garnet is devotion. Honesty, devotion. Come on to the Proto Lab. I'm moving too fast. Come on, is in the Proto Lab. The Sapphire is up. Okay. Protection, honesty, devotion. Right, we have all three patches right. We turn them into the system at the same time. Sir. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad that worked. That secure room is the only place you get to search. The data relays into where it has to be there. Eventually, as soon as we can find a crowd will join us. Alright everyone, time board the lift and see what awaits us. The dungeon of the patch is probably in here somewhere. Nope. This is Calix's room, I think.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is, but whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in living memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body? The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
They're in the cloud!
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain.
They're in the cloud.
Contained entirely within an electro-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso Terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
You did, and Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso Terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Spheen's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect a sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the Meso Terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calix himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited living memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calix might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Time's up, and what a waste of time it's been. Hoping to find me by tracing security data. That will not be necessary. through a not inconsiderable effort, have taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you. Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part. As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key. I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me? Sorry for losing my temper. But there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx. Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
Whew. Well, That was an adventure. It may not have been the method she was hoping for, but at least now we know where to find Calyx and what we need to do next. Indeed, while I remain curious about Preservation's research into the key, that is an investigation for another day. Now let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our move. I feel like we're about to reach the end of the MSQ patch. Like, I think it's the dungeon and then like 1-2 quest Aaron Valley! The situation isn't the best out there. At least you've come back to us safe and sound. Where are the twins? Damn that bastard Calyx. He waited until I was this close before snatching me my moment of triumph. And that infuriating, condescending way he spoke to us. We'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel. Anyway, I know things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. That knowledge will come in handy in the days to come. They may not be able to contribute much to a direct confrontation. I mean to see this through with you all, providing whatever support I can. Daria, we briefed Aaronville on everything that has happened and sent word to the others. We've now but to consider what our next actions will be. Calyx is offering you the opportunity to confront him directly. And though it feels much like sharing face first. Wait. Turn my fan up. And though it feels much like showing face first into an ambush, you have little choice. If we're to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the Mesa Terminal, then that's where we must go. While I'm still upset about being deprived of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence and confirmed the relay found was indeed transmitting surveillance data to a device somewhere in living memory. When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Zelenia, and for the other's fiend I may have become, but most importantly for my beloved kingdom in a joyful tomorrow. Thank you for understanding what this means to me. I'll be coming with you as well. You know my reasons. Aaronville? Early and Sam, your fellow Scions also have every intention of accompanying you into battle. So at Edmund, where Ali, Zane, and the others of this port, they have already left for living memory. I am more than ready to do the same. I'll keep patrolling the streets for sense of trouble, especially from anyone wearing neo-regulators. Should you need anything from me, I'll be on standby here in the back room. I really want to go with you too, but I know I can't. I know that sometimes to be patient and trust in your friends. Oh, Daria. Cryo and I think that we should talk to Gosan before we leave from the memory. Under Calyx's direction, Preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences, so we need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend. Justifications aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all who desire to become endless. Exactly. We don't know if Gosan will approve or oppose our chosen course, but either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing to do. Come, we should be on our way. Resolution first, yes? Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over. So when Cryo says fellow Scions, does she just mean Ystrola, Graha, and the twins? Because if Thancred and Urianger are there, I want to run. I say this every patch. I want to run this with NPCs. Like, I would be significantly more open to running it with NPCs if I was a healer, but I'm a DPS. Sage isn't level 100 yet. I'm leveling Dark Knight to 100. I think that's legit just the only issue I'm having when it comes to running stuff when it comes to running content with NPCs. I want to run it. I'd rather run it as anything that's not a DPS, but DPS is my main class.
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
We stop begging others to teach us, for a start. For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen XIV and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
What are you all doing here?
Malachi called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis. You don't stand idly by while your house burns down. We came together and thought about how we could help. Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion. I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossen. If you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence. Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is. No, that wasn't...
W fumble! W fumble! W...
Calm down, Speed.
W fumble!
You used her name.
God damn it! W fumble! So GG's. Whole city go, no she alive!
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sveen has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her.
Man.
Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are.
Man, if only they fucking knew.
When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same. You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
I promise to return. And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
Everyone was so warm and welcoming. Alexandrians are, as ever, a stalwart people. How glad am I to be home. Thank you, Gosan. The decision must have been difficult to make. If only I could claim the courage to do so came from within. That final push came from Alexandria's citizens and their bravery in taking the first step towards change. Speaking of which, can I ask you to unlock that irregular way where no one can get to it? That should prevent the registrations from reaching the target number. I should be glad to do so, but I fear it would be to no avail. According to our most recent surveys, the number of neo-regulars in circulation exceeds the stated 5,000. I surmise the surplus units are to account for those like myself who have had a change of heart or otherwise hesitant to register. But this sounds like something Calyx would do. Well, we'll have to face him either way, so no point in delaying the inevitable. On to living memory. Goat-san, actually. Aaronville.
Things seem much the same.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
I had scarcely awakened here when I fell unconscious. Now that I can fully enjoy the gentle silence of this place, it brings tears to my eyes. Last time I had to wait in the cenote, but there's nothing stopping me from joining this fight. We've all been so busy, it seems an age since last we gathered in such a manner. I must say, we do make for a formidable group. 'Tis good to rejoin you all. I need to step away briefly that I might make arrangements for a certain precautionary measure. Really, coming here reminds me of my parents, of the courage they gave me. Seems Alfino and Alize were the ones who explained to Kawana our need to enter the cenote. He urges us to be extremely careful, of course. Okay, I kinda actually want to do this with NPCs. But who? Because there's a lot of people here. Sphene and Wukong have to come with me. It should kind of just be the three of us. Sphene, Wukamat, and Kryl. No, I can't, because Painter's a DPS. It's good to see our comrades hail and ready for battle. As for us, what did I just say? Girded. As for us, we're ahead to inspect the lay of the land. There are no changes of note aside from within the Meso Terminal itself. Why? What happened to the Meso Terminal? The wall has receded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure's interior. There was no such ingress when last we were here, so we must assume that Cal exists since manipulated the terminal's electrope, all to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I'm eager to accept. For the sake of all who love Alexandria, I will not yield nor leave them to despair. I believe everyone determined to be here is present and accounted for. Shall we make our way to the terminal? We don't wish to keep our insistent host waiting. I really do want to do this with NPCs, like, really badly, but it's just, it's gonna be so slow, and I'm DPS, so it's gonna be even slower than that. Well, here we are again, facing another battle to decide Alexandria's fate. For 4 centuries I slept here. Upon awakening, I found the world as I knew it had changed. I was so frightened at first, I couldn't recognize a single thing and thought everything I loved had gone to dust. Yet beneath the unfamiliar surface, much remained the same. For that I give thanks to Otis and Zelenia and their royal knights, who lay their lives on the line to defend our way of life. I thank every Alexandrian who believed in our future and passed on our legacy. I thank my other self who so loved this kingdom for us. And I thank you all for kindling this hope in my heart, this courage to take up arms and fight once more. So let us make our stand together and fight for what we hold dear. The kind and gentle Queen's Queen is too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more. Free from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, a devourer of worlds. Together we stand, together we fight. I have my gratitude, and surely Otis and Zelenia will join us in spirit. Let's head inside and finish this. In the upper reaches of this terminal waits the device which holds Calyx's memories. It falls to us to make the climb and destroy it once and for all. I must bring matters to a definitive end, not suffer him to cause Alexandria further harm, nor claim the key. The Queen entrusted to Daria for good reason. Besides, it would be a tragedy indeed to relinquish a relic with so much research potential. Apparently, Calyx needs to take your measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption. I wholeheartedly concur, yet would still counsel caution that he would be so bold as to extend this invitation bespeaks tremendous confidence in his preparations. Come, friends, we set forth into the midst of dreaming endless. Ooh, baby! Fuck! Yeah, I can't do this with Kryl. Because she's DPS.
I too consent. Let's get to it.
Bruh. Alphino said he had something in his bag. I'll leave that. Probably just a story thing. 720? Jesus Christ, I'm 721. It's fine. Can you imagine if we did all this and I wasn't able to do this because I was not high enough eye level? Wait. God. God, I'm one up. I'm not going to be able to do the Alliance raid. It's fine. I'd much rather do big pulls, but we're going to take it slow. Besides, I might get gear from this, especially considering I'm the only one doing it. The Meso term. Hoo-wee! If you would come on, if you... So this is what it looks like inside. There's a different floor to where I was. There's a different floor to where I was in stasis. So we're gonna find where she was in stasis then. Could grabbing them and pulling them back here do more for us? Well, she's moving up. Okay. So I can control the flow. I'm dancing. What am I doing? I'm honestly probably just gonna run this multiple times regardless for gear. Cause I gotta figure out what eye level the gear in this place is. What is preservation's purpose? The answer to that question is simple: to ensure the survival of mankind. In a world beset by lightning aspect and imbalance, this means securing a place where people may live in safety, as well as establishing a truth from 11 sickness which plagues us. Many approaches were considered when Bender was a child, a youth of undeniable genius who discovered the most brilliant and complete solution to all the challenges we now face. Oh dear.
Kill and survive and so forth. Yes, I shall prepare the stage for battle.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Calix is an evil motherfucker. Who just popped a black hole on the field? Grahatia. He ain't never done that move. They put hands on me. Grahatia ain't never done that. I feel like I've missed a chest. I must have missed a chest. There's one before every boss, right? Ah, door's closed. Won't matter.
Memories of a physician. One who saves lives should be reluctant to die.
Go for it, Wukoma. Oh dear. Oh Jesus. What a mechanic. Poisoned? Mechanics not being read properly because of it? Hey, Grahati, I'm gonna need you to pick it up, brother. We're getting below half health here. Go for it. Yes, ma'am. Sweet locked in. That was good. That went good.
Version of the system. No matter. It served its purpose.
Cafeteria. It's fucked up, man. I'm gonna run this a few more times down the line for the sake of gear that will help me actually be able to do the Alliance raids. I think the Alliance raid's 7:30. I don't know. I actually don't know the eye level. According to Master Callan, it is not the body which provides life to a living being, but the soul. Furthermore, it is the memories etched upon that ephemeral giver of existence, which encapsulates one's true self. Based upon these principles, he composed a methodology for preserving souls using electric technology. As souls are comprised entirely of ether, he asserts that storage via contemporary means should be eminently possible. Experiments conducted on criminal subjects and volunteers have, in fact, already proven successful in capturing the ether release in the moment of death. Mankind, we know, has taken a great leap forward. He was fucked up, but he was a genius. Still is. Both ways. Okay, so it's up to the first boss. Yes, sir! Give it to me! I'll find out what the eye level is later. Give me 3 more pieces. We pulling big tonight, Muklamat. Working.
Sinister repute. I need not compel him to fight.
Ah? Another reminder of Alexandria. Where is we? He's in a prison. These cages are locked with electrode. Yeah. Oh, I'm pulling big. I gotta rest my fucking back because the NPCs aren't able to pull big themselves. God, I wish they'd implement that. The ability to have NPCs pull big. I would run every dungeon with NPCs. That was a crit. Crazy numbers. Yes, sir! God, I really hope all my gear is just aiming for this dungeon. Yes, it is, my boy. We locked back into dominance. 7.3. Ah! Yeah, fuck all that. You're out of your goddamn mind, son.
Your sentence is death.
Okay.
How long can you defy it?
So which one do I focus? Ah, my alarm. Oh! Which one do we focus? Do they share a health bar? Actually, what do we do? I feel so bad for Graha. He has to fight that guy all the way as a healer. I see it. I am indeed. This patch is actually shaping up to be really, really nice. I'm liking it a lot. Well, it is already really, really nice. I really like what 7.3 is giving me. Could I ask what made you stop playing? Damage. Lost? What happened? I didn't die. At least I don't think I did. I gotta complete this dungeon with these guys so I can get my the Okay. I need to save my big stuff. I'm already here, big man.
Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
Come on. Thank you. I'm right next to Graha. I better not fucking die. Right next to the healer. Is it because I touched the edges of the cage? Is that what killed me? What the? Sphene popped the limit break on the one guy? That is fucking hilarious, actually. Alright, this is the one right here.
Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it?
Fiend popped limit break on one guy. I didn't think it was that serious.
Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
I gotta pick it up. burning. Damn. That is crazy damage. Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do. That's assuming I get the same guy. Okay. I know what to do. I know how to manage this. Yeah. It's the burns that are killing me. Damn! Okay. I fumbled the first time, but I see it. When the first mechanic of the burn ends, I have to heal myself. So when the burn comes and then that mechanic pops, I have to heal myself. So when the burn happens, and then the spikes fly past me, I have to pop both my heals. Because if I don't, then I'm gonna get ticked crazy. Because these are doing numbers. Hellmaker? Oh! I can destroy them! I didn't know I could destroy them. Okay, that changes legit everything. So I just gotta destroy those. Okay. So you know what I should do? I should save all my big moves for the Hellmaker. I should save all my big moves for the Hellmaker. And then just tear into it. Pop a shield, pop Curing Waltz, and then just tear into the thing. Best I can. I don't know how well the DPS gods will be on my side, but I will do everything in my power. I survived Final Fantasy XVI's Leviathan DPS check. I can survive this. When that Hellmaker shows up, I need to immediately switch targets. Alright, Flying Flail is gonna come next. Yes, Graha. Shit. Yes! This is fucked up, man! He's a sick mechanic, though. I'm still doing damage to him too because my attacks are AoEs. Sphene doing the most shit again for no reason. Yeah, this boss rules today. They can help me. They're just helping me from afar. Graha and Sphene are legit the only ones that can do anything unless Mukama keeps throwing her axe. Kratos style. I wonder if a melee DPS can walk up here, like next to the cage and start swinging. Well, if they could, Mukama would be doing it. But Mukama's an AI. I don't know if she, like, tracks the same way. Can my friends help me out with the Hellmaker here? No. Damn, that's crazy. I thought we was a team. Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god, I almost fumbled it. The only oh my god, Grahatia. Oh my god, Grahatia. The fumble I almost had was crazy. Holy shit. That almost ended in the worst way possible. Let's get it. Can't use that, but I got 2 pieces of aiming gear. This is a fucked dungeon, man. This dungeon might be like top 3 most fucked fuckers of all time. I tried it. I should not be doing shit like that unless I have sprint and all of my on-avant stacks. The entire... I almost had to throw the whole dungeon away, man. That would have been so fucking embarrassing. Let me see what eye level these pieces of gear are. 723, that's 2 more points. These are 735. Okay. Okay. Come on, help, come on, help, come on, help. man, this might be most fucked fucker dungeon of like the whole expansion. You succeed in transferring a soul store within a specialized electric device into a mechanical soldier, resulting in full control and function. No longer need we fear the erosion which lightning energies in flesh and blood bodies. Despite this crucial breakthrough, Master Calyx remains unsatisfied. He would divorce memory from the soul, siphoning the soul's ether reserves while granting eternal right to the individual's memories. Once they're into the soul, memories can not only be stored, but also back to this data that endlessly being pure information. His foreshortened lifespan was perhaps the very perspective he used to continue such a unique evolutionary path.
Memories from an age rife with death.
Oh!
Desperation will serve well.
This is the war.
The enemy is at the gate. To arms, good soldiers.
Yeah, this is the war. That's fucked up. I know Sphene pissed. Fields killer. Oh. Sphene helped her 6 dudes. I said Sphene? Who collapsed the tank? So these are fuck, I forgot the name. What was the name of the enemy kingdom against Alexandria that they went to war with? Or is these Alexandrian soldiers? These are probably Alexandrian soldiers. Because we still don't know anything about the warring kingdom that Alexandria fought against. Oh, are we gonna fight Otis? That's just like a random thought just popped in my head. Are we gonna fight like a simulated version of Otis? Or are we gonna just fight Calyx?
Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one.
What's next?
The anguish you felt when you faced death. And rise. Rise to defend your nation, your people, and your loved ones.
What the fuck? Yo, is that the Elden Beast? Memory Meld, the immortal remains. That is the Elden Beast. That's 1,000 endless put into one. That is the Elden Beast from Elden Ring. Yeah, no, this might be most fucked fucker.
An amalgam of memories. Let us see how it fares.
Jesus.
The midst of the storm surge.
Dog, what?
Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict.
This is crazy.
War swells in scope and intensity.
Fire. No thunder in the sky from what I can see. Damn!
Bombs rain down without pause or mercy.
This reminds me of the Dead Ends. The last dungeon in Endwalker. I get that vibe from this. Damn. Oh, at least I didn't get like super far. So it doesn't hurt that much.
An amalgam of memories. Let us see how it fares. It is the midst of the storm surge. Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict. The war swells in scope and intensity. Rain down without pause or mercy.
Right. Whew. Wow. I hope nobody saw that. We got one mechanic further. I gotta follow the NPCs. Blicked me with no remorse.
An amalgam of memories. Let us see how it fares. It is the midst of the storm surge. Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict. War swells in scope and intensity. down without pause or mercy.
Fuck. Come on.
The spark of life is
I fumbled it.
every
I fumbled my fucking standard step. Here we are. A little further.
Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
What's interesting about the way Calyx thinks is that Calyx doesn't see death as like something to fear. He's not looking at death as like, oh, eternal nothingness, end of everything, nothing matters as a result, etc. He sees death as like a scientific intrusion. Like Calyx looks at the concept of death like a question, like a problem he has to solve instead of a natural part of life. And I think that is incredibly interesting, his way of thinking. Go for it, Sphene. Yes, ma'am. All her. Yeah, the mechanics in this fight are just you gotta follow the endless. Go. Oh! I'm alive. I actually almost fumbled again. Sir, I almost instinctively typed GG. That took 20 minutes longer than it should have, but man, I don't regret it. I know a chunk of the mechanics by heart now, and I got 2 pieces of gear that I don't know if I would have gotten otherwise due to RNG not usually being on my side when it comes to other players. Did that shit. Anything, Alize? Anything at all? Nothing. Okay. Anything at all? Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. It's fine. A bunch bunch of tombstones for that too.
Sphene?
The Endless he sent against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
As far as we know, the only sector to escape the shutdown was the one containing Calix's memories. Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
Calix, how long have you pursued this madness?
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
Calix!
Well done. I commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the inherent risks, I agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self, and should not be diluted. We each have our goals. You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key. Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask. Why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve with this eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless. I have ascertained a superior path to mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is that which I can do. What other reason do I require? Surely you have seen it. Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order. This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat? I realized it was past time that we corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded. I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it. I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
Then fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
A summoning.
What now? What was that? A chill? No, something else. I feel so cold, so weak.
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking hold. The fear of death. Terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of every living thing. Allow me to introduce it to you.
I got it! I got one! 4,999! That's how many people he said they were up to! I made it just in time. Now to register.
Death can't touch me now. I'm free of all that crushing fear. Forever.
Congratulations to all who have acquired a Neo-Regulator. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
Oh, give it back!
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You think that's what I want? Huh?
Remember now. Remember your fear of dying. That terror will carry you across the threshold, make of you an endless. Your prayers will birth a miracle which commands death itself.
What in the... What's going on?
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory. Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty.
Us?
To that end, I set strict parameters for a concept of my
Is he
own
gonna make us
design.
fight ourselves?
It was a laborious task, one that required almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end. And now, everything is in readiness. I bid you, come forth.
Wait, no, I know what this is. I saw it on the subreddit. I got spoiled with this. I know what this is.
What is that?
Is that the Grim Reaper? What? Okay, yeah, never mind. No idea what the fuck that is. That's a completely different thing than what I saw.
I'm one defined by a concept, no less. How did he know?
That's so I wasn't kidding. That's legit just the Grim Reaper. That is death. I'm doing this with the party.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being enthralled.
That is death. That's legit death.
You still mean to stand against me?
This nigga Calyx is 11 years old with crazy aura. Yeah, you're crazy if you think I'm not doing this with the NPCs. The Ageless Necropolis. Wait. Alright. Wait, let me look at the image for this. Oh, I can't do it because I'm not 725! Wait a second. 220, 61. 2 more eye level points? 2 more eye level points. Man, what's the weather? I'm sorry, it's called what? Necron? It's like the monsters from Dead Space? That's so sick, man. I just don't know what the weather is. Dying breath? Okay. How do I get back here? Cause I got... Okay. Alright. I don't know if I can I? The music changed. Yeah, okay. Legit, all I need is like 1 piece of gear. Actually, just 1 piece of gear will push me to 725. You know, knowing this, I'm fairly certain the Alliance raid's 730. The Alliance raid is more than likely 730 eye level. I don't have any Arcadion relics to exchange. Everything I grabbed I already used. Yeah, I ain't got nothing. Do I have anything tombstone-wise, maybe? I got a bunch of tombstones, but this is nothing numbers. They're gonna ask for at least 300. Also, yeah, I do have a 710 weapon, don't I? Which is crazy. Wait. 750, 30, 20, 25, 30, 20, 10, 10. Okay. I see the problem. I know damn well I don't have enough for any piece of gear. Yeah, I'm half down. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna run we're gonna run the Meso terminal again with real people this time. And we're gonna try our best to get lucky with gear RNG. If I can get at least 2, because this is 735, which is crazy. If I can get 2 pieces of 735 gear, maybe even just 1. If I can get 1 or 2 pieces of aiming gear, then we'll be in the clear, and I can do that, and then we can call it. So let's see how this goes. Because I'm into it now. I'm too close to like stop. Because I was half considering just now, maybe I'll just like stop the stream, get the gear, and then come back. But I mean, may as well push a little further, right? Down by 2? 2 is really crazy. I legit need 1 piece of gear. 1. Anything above 1 would be phenomenal. But I need actually just 1 piece of gear. Because 735 is a nuts jump. Okay. We're gonna run this real quick with players, hopefully who know what they're doing. And then, I'm also gonna get more, tomes in it. And we're gonna pray that RNG is on my, is on my side. Me being the only aiming class here does a lot of wonders for me. Are you sure there's no chest here that I might miss? Doesn't seem like it.
Kill and survive and so forth. Here, I shall prepare the stage for battle.
Okay, so that wasn't Grahatia popping a black hole. That was an enemy that did it as soon as they died. That guy just got stunned out of the AoE crazy now. Out DPS by a Viper. I mean, I don't know what I expected. Alright.
Memories of a physician. One who saves lives should be reluctant to die.
Okay, I was right. Like the first time. Come on, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Overburden the system. No matter.
Aww. 3 pieces. And none of them are for me. Slaying, fuck me. We're already 2 chests down, and I ain't got nothing. Okay, if I somehow don't get anything here, then I will end the stream and go get gear off camera, then don't you guys sit through another one of these. And then I will come back and fight the boss properly. Then. Damn it! Damn it! Come on, legit, just 1 piece of aiming gear. Just 1. Who's that over there?
These are loyal executioners. They shall deal appropriately with the
Alright.
Your sentence is death. How long can you
destroy the shields? Ah.
They run, but they cannot escape.
Guys! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, I'm not. Okay. Oh. I'm fumbling. How is this easier with NPCs? I guess we both hear it now. I guess. Damn it. Fending. I'm actually not gonna get anything. I have 2 more chests. Fuck. If this last treasure chest isn't anything, I'm gonna give it back later.
From an age rife with death. The desperation will serve well. The enemy is at the gate. To arms, good soldiers, protect your kingdom.
Damn it! And damn it! I legit have 1 more chance. This last chest has to have something aiming in it, or I can't do the dungeon, but wait. Praying to the RNG gods that I can keep the stream going.
An amalgam of memories. To see how it fares. in scope and intensity. Way down without pause or mercy.
Oh, I'm dead. I stood too close. Did it get anyone else? Nope, just me.
The spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash. Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
Oops. Oh yeah, GG. Logan got slimed down.
An amalgam of memories. Let us see how it fares. It is the midst of the storm, sir. Countless lives are lost in senseless conflict. War swells in scope and intensity. Rain down without pause or mercy. The spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash. Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
Ugh. That blows. I sure as hell don't have enough to buy a piece of gear. It's $375 for any piece of gear. The consequences of not playing the game for 4 months. Alright, well, can't do anything about that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run this off. I'm gonna try and get to 725 off camera. And if I can achieve that, I will come back at a later date and we will finish this, and then we will do the Alliance raid, assuming I even can. Otherwise, yeah, not a single piece of aiming gear. Legitimately not one. Legit not one. Alright, well, I'll be back at a later date, which will either be tonight or tomorrow, depending. Well, honestly, probably not, considering I got the game's gonna go down for maintenance. So I'm gonna run it again, pray, and then we'll be back. But I'm not making you guys sit through it again, so